Alright, so pseudocode is the final assignment you'll be working on this week, and what it is it's effectively code without being real syntactically correct code, and it'll help you get the idea of what it is you're trying to accomplish. Um, and you'll still want like functions, signatures, and variable types, and everything. Although, again, I'm not going to worry too much about that, although it would help me grade it immensely, and I think it would be a good idea to have. But you can see... Nope. Okay. So, for instance, my pyramid volume calculator, I want that to return a double, and it's going to be called pyramid volume calculator, and it's going to take the length, the width, and the height. And I probably should say these are all doubles, just so that it's clear that those aren't some other object. And then based on my test case, I know that if any of those values are negative or 0, I need to return a -1. So first I'll make if length is less than or equal to 0, then I'll return -1. If width is less than or equal to 0, return -1. Or I could also do an OR here. Height is less than or equal to 0, return -1. And even if, yeah, so you could even say something like this would be syntactically valid pseudocode. If width or height is less than or equal to 0, return -1, or length, right? And then I don't even need this statement. So that helps me a little bit, I don't know, plan out what I want to do. If width or height or length is less than or equal to 0, return -1. Obviously, when I code this, I can't just put the ORs here. I'd have to do if width is less than or equal to 0, or if height is less than or equal to 0, or length is less than or equal to 0. But this gets the general idea across. And then, if all of those are valid, then I'll calculate this total. Length times width times height, and then I'll say final is total divided by 3, which is how you calculate the volume of a pyramid, and then I'll just return final. And again, if I end up coding it and I put all 3 of these statements on one line, it's just return length times width times height divided by 3, that's totally fine. This just gives me the idea of what I want to do. And that's pseudocode. That's the last part of your assignment this week. Obviously, pseudocode could get way more complex. If I was doing the example where I had the different workers that did a task with different amounts of times they could do it in, like roofing, right? If somebody can roof a house in 3 hours, somebody can do it in 2, and somebody can do it in 6. How long would it take all 3 of them together? That obviously would have more logic and more code. But yeah, it's the same general idea, and if you have help, I'll be available for office hours on Wednesday as usual. And if there are any other questions, developer forum is the place to post those questions. So yeah, hope you have a good week, and I look forward to seeing how you do in all of this.